Hi everybody, I'm just out the shower and what time is it? About 8 o'clock. So I'm out the shower. Harriet's lying all paws up on her window seat. I won't turn the camera around in case I drop it. But she's fast asleep. She's had a good day today. She's been on the go all day. She's going to sleep well tonight. I haven't been doing much in regards to foodie beauty, and that's because there isn't really much of interest, is there? It's the same old, same old. But I did have a look at her last video, and I actually gave a review, which I don't normally do. I'll normally go to Kiwi Farms or one of the reaction channels, but I gave a review, and so I can comment. She's talking about how tired she is and how depressed she is and how hard her life is, you know, maintaining the tiny, weeny tiny apartment that she either, well, she shares with Julia, doesn't she? I don't think he's there full time at all. I think that Gate with Kai Bella put the kibosh on his showing his face, really, on YouTube, and rightly so. He's never going to live it down, and despite what Chantal might think and what Chantal might say to him, he's never going to live it down, ever. He told a woman that he wanted to grape her. He wanted to defecate on Christian women, on the cross, on the Bible. He's not welcome on YouTube among Christians or anybody else right-minded. He's not welcome. He's filth. And scum attracts its own level, I suppose. Scum at the bottom rises to the top to be creamed off and thrown down the drain. It's my opinion. Scum. So, most of the time, and when I did start doing the odd reaction to her, I would just talk and not show her videos, and occasionally I got to doing that, to showing her videos, but I'm going to get back to my old format if I'm going to do anything at all on her, and just react to what she's been saying, how tired she is, how she's clinically depressed. Well, if she's clinically depressed, how come she's up and at it, back and forwards to Kuwait, from Kuwait to Thailand, all these visa runs? Let me tell you, if you're clinically depressed, you have not got the energy to shower. It's a monumental task. Oh well, in her case, maybe that's not a good comparison to draw, but you haven't got the impetus to even eat. If you're clinically depressed, you are in a downward spiral, and the only way that that is going to be helped is by, yes, by medical intervention, but also by facing some home truths about yourself, by looking to God, which she doesn't do. She's playing the pious Muslim woman. She became Muslim for the man who has degraded and shamed himself all over YouTube, and in so doing degraded her, degraded his family, blackened his father's name. Imagine his father's colleagues pointing and saying his son did this. If it had been my son. Imagine having to live that down. His sister has to live that down. His father and his sister have professions. They work. They're respected. Unlike him, the gigolo, who is nothing more than a male, you know, what they quaintly call streetwalkers, except he walks across the sites like Tinder and other sites like that where he can fish for his next victim, who may or may not get him citizenship. Well, he wants citizenship in Canada, but with Kybella, also what he was interested in was how much money she had. He asked her for money, to bring him money, while Chantal was away. Oh, he was going to play. Yes. Now, I'm wondering, he's not living with her. So either he's living part-time with his dad. I can't see his sister putting him up with his dad. And he's back and forwards to Voodoo. Or he's gone back to his old bachelor apartment. He may have done that. Or his friend Allah might have fixed him up with something. Or Voodoo might run to paying for 2 apartments. Ostensibly one for her, one for him, one to filming, etc., one for work. But I'm wondering whether her AdSense money, which is what she basically lives on, is enough to afford that. Her AdSense money, and then she gets the Beezers who pay her so much every month for the privilege of talking in chat. Well, that's what it used to be. That there was no open chats, it was just Beezer chats. But now it's open chats because her views are going down. Her channel, people are bored with it. They're bored with all the nonsense. They're bored with all the gaslighting. They're sick of all the lies. She comes on and she complains about her mental illness, her eating disorder. But Chantal, you deliberately have grown that eating disorder into the monster that it is. You have cultivated it in order to get YouTube money. And this is my problem with you people. It isn't your weight. It isn't even your gluttony. It's the fact that you come onto YouTube, you call yourselves influencers, much like the Fat Acceptance movie. You influence young people into thinking that, yeah, they can do this as well, they can make a living doing this, and stop when they feel like it. As I've mentioned before, one young girl at 17 lost her life through mukbanging, basically, on TikTok. And you, Chantal, Amber Lynn, Hungry Fat Chick, you are all guilty of adversely influencing very vulnerable young people, people who might actually have a mental illness, and you are making it worse. My only hope now is that people will look at you, Chantal, and see how you burgeoned since going to Kuwait. You're right out here, even though the hijab is holding you in like a bandage. It still can't be denied that you are £500, close to, I reckon, close to £500, which means that you'll need to lose, to get down to an acceptable weight, you'll need to lose, what, 300 plus pound just to be obese. And you show no indication of wanting to do it. Every day it's a mukbang, every day it's a takeout, or you ruin food with your cream and butter and goodness knows what else, which you don't need and which the recipes don't call for. You can't cook, but you can probably bake a potato or boil a few potatoes. You could probably poach a couple of eggs. You could probably have beans on toast. That wouldn't even be a snack for you though, would it? You've stretched your stomach so far now that you're like a weeble. You can't stand up straight. Your skin is like sandpaper with craters like the moon. You destroyed your life through gluttony and promiscuity. You're going to be 40 this month. 24th, is it? Or the 28th? You're going to be 40. Still a little time to turn your life around in the next few years. But if you carry on the way you're going, I doubt you're gonna see 2028. Very much doubt it. It's a prediction from me. Because you've put on a lot of weight. You've put on 50 plus pounds at least since meeting your Arab prince, the one who wants to grape Christian women. How disgusting is he? And how disgusting are you to stay with him and to make excuses for him? You make me sick.